Every year there are countless players who break out for their team. Last year it was guys like JSN, Drake May, Leatu Latu from the Colts, and they all showed out in 2025. So who will break out in 2026? In this video I'm going to give candidates to who I think will break out and why. And before we hop into it, if you are new and enjoy the content, please consider subscribing. And I appreciate you taking your time to watch this. And so let's hop into it. The first player I think will break out is Luther Burton III. This is kind of more obvious than the other ones, but I really like Luther. He's going into his sophomore campaign, and he showed a lot of promise during his rookie year. And I believe the Bears didn't just let DJ Moore walk for nothing. They had a plan in mind. Ben Johnson has a belief in his young guys, and I think that Luther, Rome Odunze, Colston Loveland will be a top 3 trio in 2026. I'm really excited for all three of them. Luther had 47 catches on 60 targets, totaling 652 yards. There's been so much hype around him this summer, and maybe it's too much, but I think he will have a good 2026. One thing I'd be very interested to see is who is better in 2026, Rome Odunze or Luther Burton. Because Rome kind of had a bad back half of the season, and at least slower. And so I wonder if Luther Burton can actually steal some production or if he'll even be better. My money's on Odunze, but still, I think it could happen. So number 2, I have Caleb Downs. It's really impressive when a rookie can play up to that level where we agree that he all broke out. But I think Caleb Williams will reach that level. Caleb Downs was selected 11th overall by the Dallas Cowboys. The Ohio State safety was one of the highest graded defenders in the draft. And the reason he fell to 11 is only because he plays safety, which is very undervalued. He's truly a generational type of player. And I think that he will anchor the Cowboys defense for years to come. So, fun fact about Downs is that he was one of the only true freshmen to play for legendary coach Nick Saban. And so, he has tremendous talent, and I think in a couple of years he will be one of the best safeties in the league. Truly a generational type of player. I mean, he's going to make a huge impact on the Cowboys, and they got him at 11. That's such good value. I really like that for the Cowboys. But I think that we're all going to be like, dang, this guy's a rookie. And so, yeah, I'm really excited for him, and we'll have to see how he does. All right, for number 3, I have Chiefs left tackle Josh Simmons. So Simmons fell to the Chiefs at pick 32, and I still, to this day, have no idea why he fell. The short answer was because he tore his patellar tendon in college, and teams were worried that it would affect him in the long run. And to be fair, patellar tendons are really hard to come back from. They're one of the worst injuries to have as an offensive lineman. And so there were a lot of question marks around him. But I feel like there was a lot of signs that he was progressing really well and that knee was healing up. You know, we've seen plenty of people come back from it. It's just hard to do. However, now that we are 2 years out from the injury, I think he will be even better than last year. According to PFF, he allowed 2 sacks and 18 pressures and 526 passing block attempts. That's not bad at all for a rookie left tackle. I mean, you're going up against the best of the best. He did kind of have a crazy injury last year where Hunt basically tried to chip a blocker, and then he chipped it into Josh Simmons' wrist and fractured it. And so he did miss some games for that, as well as some games for personal reasons. However, I think this year, if he can play all 17 games, he's going to show he's one of the best young left tackles in the league, and I'm really excited to see what he can do. This guy at number 4, we are all going to look back and wonder why he wasn't the first wide receiver drafted in this year's draft. That guy is Jordyn Tyson, the wideout from Arizona State. He was drafted 8th by the Saints, and I've mentioned this a couple times in my other videos, but I have a lot of belief in the Saints this year. I think that they're going to win the NFC South, and I just think they're going to kind of be like the Patriots of last year. I think Jordyn Tyson is going to have a big impact on this team's breakout. And so I think he'll have around 850 yards and 50 catches. But as a rookie, that's pretty good. So he's easily the most talented wide receiver in the 2026 class. But it was his injuries that kind of scared people off. And, these injuries concerns, I understand. I didn't really understand the Josh Simmons ones like I did, but the Jordyn Tyson has had 4 different injuries, all on different parts of his body. And so at least it's not like an ACL that keeps happening over and over. But sometimes you just have to go out and take a risk on talent, and that's what the Saints did, and I really like that for them. I think it's going to work out. I think their offense is going to be good this upcoming year, and so they're one of the teams I'm looking forward to really watching as the season unfolds. All right, my final guy is Omarion Hampton. Hampton has had a solid rookie year last year. In 9 games, he had 545 rushing yards and 4 touchdowns. Now with the former Dolphins head coach, Mike McDaniel, coming to be the OC of the Chargers, I could really see Omarion Hampton taking another step. Just kind of like A-Chain did last year, not the best O-line, not really a lot of talent around him, but he was just going crazy because he's talented. I think Mike McDaniel can unlock that. With Joe Wall and Slater coming back, this is really going to help him run more efficiently. I know the inside interior line is not the best for the Chargers, but I think, with those 2 great tackles and just hopefully they can get just some mediocre play. I think Hampton is going to show people why he was a first-round pick last year. And I'm just really excited to see what he can do in 2026. Don't be surprised if he is like one of the most productive running backs this season. I have really high expectations for the Chargers. It feels like we always have high expectations and, things just happen. But I'm really excited to see what he can do. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Again, please, if you like the content, if you're interested in watching more, go check out one of my other videos or consider subscribing for new videos that come out. I try to release at least 1 video a week and a couple shorts. And so if there's any breaking news, I will definitely get that out to you as soon as I can. And yeah, I just appreciate you watching till the end of the video. So thank you.